Good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing today? Today is February 23rd, 2026, 7:25 my time. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your day. And I hope it gets just a little bit better after watching some of this live stream. So, we had a great Sunday stock talk last night. If you missed it, I highly recommend you go back and watch our Sunday stock talk that we host every week. We also did a giveaway. So congratulations to our giveaway winners. We had one winner, but she wasn't actually watching the live stream. So it went to the runner-up. So happy to do that. We're going to be hosting another Sunday stock talk and giveaway next Sunday. So definitely make sure you guys attend. It's at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, right when the market opens for overnight trading. So definitely check that out. Also, some of you seem to be having trouble finding the link to our Learn to Earn live stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the main chat in the Discord as well, just so you guys have that available to you. All right, perfect. Hope you guys can hear me okay, see me okay, because we are live. Also, we were up $180 yesterday. We locked in half of those profits last night on MSTZ. Looks like the markets are pushing up slightly this morning after a big sell-off last night from highs of 608 down to 602. Now hovering around 606 in the pre-market session. VIX index ended on a 20 on Friday. It's at 19 currently. So we'll see how high up that pops when the market opens. Bitcoin, again, another big sell-off. We got to witness this on the Sunday Stock Talk last night, from 67,600 down to 64,300. Tried to push up, get above this EMA. It's having trouble doing that this morning. MSTR also dipped pretty low from highs of 131 down to 125. Also experiencing some heavy resistance, holding it down, currently at 127.48. MSTZ popped up very nice, all the way up to 1439, and I'll showcase that I did sell right here 88 of my shares at 1416 right as this began to curl over. I figured I'd lock in half of those profits, then pushed up to 1439, currently sitting at 1396, and I'm holding 100 shares, up $70 or about 5% on the day for the position, or 2.72%, as you can see at the top here, of my overall account size. So I'm not going to be chasing this. I'm not going to be adding any more to this position, as we're already up $70. All right, market opens in about 30 seconds here. Again, not chasing this company as QQQ pushes up. Bitcoin is selling off. I'm curious to see what MSTR does. Does it follow QQQ? Does it follow Bitcoin? Or does it kind of just do its own thing today? I'm very curious to see what happens. And remember, never has to go according to plan, any of our trades. So let's make sure we do our part by managing risk, knowing when to take profits, and please do not copy my trades, okay? You are here to learn how to trade, not to copy me. All right, I want you guys to be aware of that. All right, market is open, seeing a lot of red. Oh my gosh, look at all this red here on this corner. What in the heck is happening? Holy moly macaroni. Okay, there we go. MSTZ, or QQQ pushing up. Let's see if it pushes any higher or if it begins to sell off. Look at that, a nice move up. Woo! 607 608. Let's see how high it can go. Remember, any reaction can be an overreaction in the markets. So I want you guys to be aware of that, okay? And look, it's already losing momentum. Crypto also just staying right here, MSTR. Looks like it's still getting rejected off of that moving average, which is good for our MSTZ position. Let's see if we get a break of structure. Does this begin to rebound? Or does it continue to sell? I mean, a big push up. Big push up from MSTR. Bitcoin not really pushing up that high. QQQ giving it all back. Let's see what happens here. Got an alert for open. Open Door Technologies. Whoa, pushed up to 523. Very nice to see. From 465 to 570. Sold off on Friday, back down to 476. And we call this out on the Sunday Stock Talk that it's holding very nicely above this moving average. We could see a nice rally showcasing that the 200 moving average is a valid support. We can see Open Door begin to push higher. Now, how high can it go? Possibly $6, maybe $7. I'm not sure we'll get the whole move back to 10. But very, very bullish this morning for sure. Look at that. Beautiful move by Open Door. It's up 6%, 7% right now currently for Open. Okay, VIX index is at, this must be delayed. It's not open yet. So we'll come back and check on this in just a moment. Yeah, it's not quite open yet for the VIX. And remember, when VIX is above 20, it means the market is more likely to sell off and create more volatility. So we'll see what happens with that. QQQ holding at around 607.70 right now. Looks like it's trying to push. Bitcoin, again, still not doing much. Just kind of holding. MSTR pumped all the way up to 128.91 and now giving it all back. We'll see if that continues. Also, let me know what you guys are watching. If you guys are watching anything. Good morning, Andrew. How you doing today? Guys, I got that trading mug too. Trade your plan, not your emotion. I'm thinking about doing some merch giveaways. I'm not sure about how shipping and all that will work out, but yeah. I'm also going to give you guys a link to where you could buy this mug. I did just give an LTE member the link to buy a shirt. So he's buying one of the trading shirts, like buy low, sell high. And we did our giveaway last night too on Sunday, just like we talked about on Friday's live stream. I've been trying to promote the Sunday Stock Talk and giveaways all week. So we had a pretty good amount of people come in. I think we barely hit double digits. I think we were like 9, and then for just a moment we had 10 people watching. So we did the giveaway. Tina from the group actually won because she was talking in the Discord. I didn't see her in the live chat. So she won the drawing, but I did a secondary one in case she wasn't watching. I didn't think it fair for her not to attend. So I asked her, I reached out to her to see if she actually was able to watch the live stream. She said she didn't watch it. She had some other stuff going on in her life that, you know, if she wants to share that with you, fine. I'm not going to though. So yeah, I went to the runner-up. It was a person named Lavon. She was watching the live stream last night, so she won a $25 gift card. I'm not sure if she wants a gift card. We could always just send her 25, you know, Venmo or Cash App or whatever. So tried reaching out to her last night. I told her to hit me up in the Discord, and I have not heard from her yet. We'll be doing another giveaway next Sunday. All right, MSTR trying to find support here above this moving average on the 1 minute time frame. We'll see if it gets it. Looks like it actually is going to begin selling off, which is great for our MSTZ position. And there we go, MSTZ pushing up. Back up to $70 on the day. Oh, wow. Whoa. Big move. Bitcoin also beginning to curl over. I'd love to see this drop more, back down to 64,000. That would give us a lot of profits here to play with. Let's see what happens. Goes back down to 65.5. Retest 65.5. QQQ also curling over. Love to see it. Let's see if it validates support above this 45 EMA. Now there is a crossover that happened pre-market. So we'll see if this crossover, this is one of the reasons why it was so bullish this morning. But remember, any reaction can be an overreaction in the markets. It can hold. It looks like it's doing very well holding, but it doesn't mean it has to. Look how big this candle wick is. And there we go. Big drop down. We're up $90 on the day. Remember, don't hold your position too long. Make sure you know when to lock in profits. Pushed up to 417. Could we get 1439? It's very possible. It's still very early too. Remember that. It's very early. There's no reason you need to take a trade in the first 30 minutes of market open. Make sure we understand direction. Make sure direction's in your favor before taking a trade. And just know, we have all day, guys. We have all day to trade, to take a trade, to take profits. Also, if you haven't watched our video from yesterday, we talk a lot about just that. We talk a lot about, let me bring that over here. Not the Sunday Stock Talk. That is another one to look forward to. But this one right here, what is risk reward in trading? The number one secret, trading secret you need to know, guys. Okay, this talks a lot about your risk to reward, your win rate, and how you only need to win 3 trades out of 10 if you have a solid risk to reward ratio to be profitable. Imagine that. That means you'd have 7 red trades and 3 of them could be green, and you're still profitable. We also talk about support and resistance trading strategies for beginners. This is a great, simple, and powerful strategy to use if you are a beginner trader. This is all available in the announcement section of our Learn to Earn Discord. First link in the description below. It's free to join, 100% access. We'd love to see you there. Also, if you have any questions or you want to reach out to me more on a one-on-one basis, you definitely can do that by simply direct messaging me in the Discord as well. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad to see you here, Tom, as well. You were on that Sunday Stock Talk and in the running for the giveaway. You're a giveaway participant last night, so glad to see you here this morning. MSTR selling off. Love to see it. Bitcoin also curling over, so this is great. This is great for our position. QQQ kind of consolidating at this level. So again, don't be afraid to lock in profits when you see fit. We're up $88. $90, $91. As long as Bitcoin continues to sell off, I have no problem holding my MSTZ position. We are shorting Bitcoin in a way by shorting MSTR. Beautiful selling pressure from MSTR. Continuing to sell off. About to retest lows of 125.50. I definitely see more gap down potential. And this is great setup here. It's bullish, showcasing that it is showing strong support above the moving averages. The 45 EMA is still above the 200 moving average. So there's no crossover to the downside just yet. And it's holding very well. So I'm going to start selling at like 10 share increments here. Let's sell 10 here. I'm just going to slowly start chipping away here, okay? Bitcoin's still selling off, though. This is a great sign. Just because I choose to take a little bit off of profits doesn't mean you have to. But I'm definitely just playing it safe today. I don't want to give back all my profits. And here we go. QQQ beginning to sell off. Bitcoin also selling off still. Selling another 10 shares here. 14.23. Oops. There we go. 14.24. Okay. Check this out. Beautiful little bull trap here, guys. Beautiful bull trap to get everyone excited about the market recovering, and a huge drop. Look at that red candle off of QQQ. Beautiful. Beautiful move. This is exactly what we wanted for our MSTZ position. MSTR trying to recover here. Bitcoin selling off. QQQ also trying to recover. Let's see if it's testing previous support. See what happens if we lose support here. That'd be fantastic. Or it'll just shoot all the way back up. Looks like it is showing some signs of support. That's why I took a little bit off of the top right there. All right, I sold 20 more shares up at 14.25. There's nothing wrong with that. Sipping on my coffee. We almost hit $100. Almost hit $100 on the day. We might be able to get it, but remember, don't aim for a whole number. If you get to $92, that's close enough to 100. Even 85 is close enough to 100, right? Make sure we understand that. Don't give back all your profits because you wanted to hit a specific number. If you get close to it, remember, just to lock in profits. No big deal. Okay, I'd love to see a little more downside here. Are we going to get it? Let's see. QQQ. Looks like we're losing support. Looks like it's consolidating. Bitcoin with a nice big recovery here. Okay, there we go, back down. MSTR retesting. QQQ. Kind of holding here. Let's see. I'd love to see some more selling pressure. Come on, Qs. Go down a little bit more for us. There we go. QQQ. Beginning to drop. Nice little V-shaped recovery. As fast as it pushed up, it sold off. Now it's pushing back up. Let's see if this stays below this moving average here for Bitcoin and we start seeing some more selling pressure, or we might see this begin to push up. MSTR pushing. I should have sold more right there. I kind of had that feeling, right? Had that feeling of selling more right there. So we sold 10 at 14.17, 10 at 14.23. So that was way up here. We took profits, which was beautiful. Should have sold a little bit more, and that's okay. Already locking in profits on the day. Going back down to retest. QQQ still selling off, so there's really no point in MSTR recovering. It really is no point. And there goes QQQ. Down again. 603. Bitcoin still below that moving average. Love to see some more continuation to the downside. It's still very possible. This is where we closed on Friday. So I can go ahead and delete these lines. Like, won't let me delete this line, like, at all. That is unfortunate. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. A little bit more downside potential here for Bitcoin. QQQ recovering. Nice little green candle here. All right. Let's see what happens with QQQ here. Just waiting to see if Bitcoin will drop more and if QQQ will drop more. And that means MSTR will also go back down. But MSTR is still pushing us up to 129. 129 retesting pre-market highs. You guys see that right there? 129.31. And again, if this wants to rally, wants to go back up to 136 for a retest, let it. I don't mind buying some more MSTZ at those overbought levels. Looks like Bitcoin's trying to recover here. This would be a nice area to buy more on MSTZ, buying this oversold reversal now. Unfortunately, I don't have any buying power at the moment, as I just sold my half of my position yesterday. I sold 88 shares, locking in profits. I sold another 20 shares this morning, way up here, and now we're holding on to about 80 shares, so not too bad. MSTR curling over. Love to see Bitcoin continue to sell off. See it, there we go. Cute Bitcoin, another leg down here. Let's see if it comes back down to retest 65.5. QQQ kind of just hovering around 605, 604.90, 604.80, 604.70, 604.60, and there we go. Gonna let this ride now. MSTR back down. Let's see it drop and break below moving average. If we break below moving average, then we will continue to sell off. I would love to see that begin to sell off some more, maybe down to 125 again, which would be perfect for our position. Maybe even 123, 121, 120 even. It got to that low previously as well. I'd love to see that happen if it does. There we go. MSTR pushing up. Bitcoin is pushing up a little bit too. Came back down to test 65.6. But again, look at this. EMA, 45 EMA is pointing down. It is below the 200-day moving average, so we still are getting bearish sentiment. But a big green candle by Bitcoin. QQQ, also huge green candle. So see what happens here. We are seeing a range now, right? We're getting our daily resistance and our daily support. We are seeing some daily range levels now, okay? So now you can base off the day off of these levels for right now. And there we go, big push by Bitcoin. MSTR back up to 129.34. It is retesting, again, that pre-market resistance level, right? You see it right there? And it could push above it. And there we go. Looks like it is going to push above it. We had lows of 125.85. There's nothing wrong with that. And there we go. Overreaction potentially. I see how it found support right here on that moving average. Pretty cool. See what happens. MSTZ coming back down. And again, I don't mind holding. I've already locked in plenty of profits to where I don't mind holding for this to sell off some more, even buying more when needed, okay? MSTR. See, and I didn't draw this line after the fact. I drew it because it was seeing resistance at 129.31. So I drew it at 129.31, pushed up a little bit, now slightly getting rejected. Doesn't mean it has to come all the way back down, but it definitely can, right? So we're getting a support and resistance range for MSTR. We're seeing one for QQQ. So love to see it. Patterns do tend to repeat themselves. Okay, is the VIX index open? VIX is now open. Look at that. It shot up to 2049 momentarily, came back down to 19. Now it's sitting at 20 and 02. 2002. This is the market volatility index. Whenever this is above 20, it means the market is more likely to sell off. It's also more likely to be volatile. And we're seeing that. We're seeing a lot of volatility today, right? Up 608, down to 603, potentially back up to 608. And there we go, more selling pressure. Now, of course, this is due to potential war with Iran and the U.S. This is due to potential, well, Trump, the Supreme Court did rule that his tariffs are illegal. So now they have to potentially pay back $175 billion in tariffs. I mean, he also talked about adding a 15% global tariff tax now to all countries. There's a lot going on, guys. There's a lot going on that could affect the markets. Also, let's see what we got going on as far as our weekly economic calendar. Again, you could find this in our Learn to Earn Discord. First link in the description. We got Domino's this morning, so we could take a look at that. We got HIMS today after close. We got Cipher Mining and Home Depot tomorrow before open. Tomorrow after close, AMC. I'm excited for Wednesday after close. NVIDIA and Salesforce, Snowflake are all reporting their earnings. And then Thursday, CoreWeave and Mara, or Marathon Digital Holdings, will be reporting earnings on Thursday. So pretty interesting week this week as far as some companies reporting earnings. NVIDIA pushed up to 193 today, now beginning to curl over. So this is interesting to see. But is it really that interesting, showcasing that there was resistance right around 193.65? Touched it once, twice, 3 times, now 4 times, getting rejected off of that moving average. Microsoft is also a big influence, and it's down today, guys. Look at this huge sell-off by Microsoft. Now, remember, Microsoft has a $2.88 trillion market cap, and NVIDIA has a $4.68 trillion market cap. So when these push up, QQQ obviously will push up with it, as it's, heavily influenced by tech companies. And when they sell off, QQQ will also sell off. But there's a lot of companies in the red today. Microsoft down 2%, Tesla down 2%, AMD down 1%, Oracle down 4%, Disney down 1.5%, Netflix down 4%, back to $75. Hood down, 4%, but at one point it looked like Hood was down even more than that. It looked like Hood sold off to 5%, now trying to recover. SoFi down 4%. American Airlines down 3.5% due to delays from the snowstorm. Delays and cancellations. QQQ is currently down 0.6%, so nothing too crazy. I'd love to see this continue to drop more though, right? Continues to drop more, then everything else will fall with it. Oh, big push from Bitcoin, or I'm sorry, from QQQ. Bitcoin just kind of consolidating at this level, not really doing much of anything at the moment. MSTR pushing above. Okay, now testing another previous resistance around 130. So we'll see what happens if it breaks 130. So yeah, by locking in profits here more aggressively, that would have been nicer. A nicer position here to just get out and sell all of it. I was up like $90. And it could still happen. It's just a matter of time, right? BTC curling over. Bitcoin is beginning to sell off a little bit more. MSTR curling over. Love to see it. QQQ getting held down pretty hard. All right, you guys have any questions? Let me know. Any stocks you want me to take a look at? I feel like we covered a pretty good amount of stocks on my watch list. Woo. We're looking good, my boys. We are looking really good. Just waiting and holding. Always add more to this if we need to. Maybe not today, but I can definitely add more to it tomorrow if needed. All right. Bitcoin pushing up slightly. I'm going to keep watching it just a little bit longer here. MSTR still pumping. A lot of hopium today. Be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab me some more coffee. All right. I had to do it. I had to go get me some coffee, guys. Hello, good morning. How you guys doing? Good morning, good morning. I'm seeing you guys coming in now. Hello. Johnny, I hear, but I was working like always, weekends and holidays and night at the hotel restaurant. Man, you're always working. You're always working, Flavio. You got to get out of there, man. It's going to kill you. I did restaurant management for 15 years. From 19 years old to 34, man. And I finally got out. Well, I was like 33, so it was like 14 years. I've been out of work for basically a year now, since last summer. Gotta find a way to make you some money without working so hard. Reduce your expenses. Reduce. The less money you have to pay people, the less money you have to make to pay those people. Reduce your bills. Reduce your expenses. I promise you, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel much better, my friend. Let's make some money. Let us make some money. MSTR beginning to curl over. Love to see it. You see this? It broke out of 130 resistance, faked everyone out. Now it's coming back down. But there is a crossover on the 45 EMA. So, you know, that was showcasing to people, hey, this could actually be bullish. And now beginning to sell off. Let's see it drop below this 45 EMA. I'd love to see it. Oh, looks like people are starting to buy here. At one point, we were up $90 on the day. I sold a few shares for everyone tuning in. I did sell a few shares up at the top, reducing my position size by a little bit here at around 1423. So we were right there at the top. A beautiful move. I love when it works out like that, when you can sell and lock in profits at the tippy top. So, and then I told everyone that it's a good idea to add to this if they wanted to add to this position, they could around this level, right? Because we are identifying MSTR support and resistance on the day. Bitcoin, again, below this 45 EMA, beautiful to see. And then QQQ, for everyone tuning in, I'm just recapping you guys, pushed up to 608, came down to 603, and now testing the support level again. We have a resistance and a support level on two major companies we're watching, right? QQQ and the overall NASDAQ. This influences basically everything. And we're also watching not just Bitcoin, but also MSTR. We understand support and resistance for MSTR as well. So know when to lock in profits, know when to take a little bit off the table, And that's why you guys are here, right? We're all learning. Well, you guys are learning. Currently up 4% on this position, $56. Of course, again, we're up just shy of 100. I should have just locked in that 90 something dollars in profit. But again, I do believe that Bitcoin can sell off more. I do believe QQQ can drop more. And look at that. It's breaking support as we speak. It is breaking the support level. So we are seeing a different support, potentially down to 602. We'll see what happens. QQQ is beginning to sell off. Looks like it might be able to hold. 603.36, finding some support around 603.36. And remember, VIX is high. Whenever the VIX is above 20, markets are more likely to sell off and be volatile. Hey man, find your number. Find your number, Flavio. Do you need $100 a day? Work at a job that can pay you half of that, or at least get you close to that $100 a day to pay your bills, right? Do you need $200 a day? Maybe look at trying to reduce those expenses. You know, it's pretty possible to make $100 a day and live comfortably anywhere in the world, pretty much. Maybe not big cities like California, maybe, or Florida, stuff like that. But even then, you could find housing that meets your criteria. You know, $100 a day, man. That's all you need. 5 days a week, that's $2,000 a month. And then work weekends, do side hustles, try to drive for DoorDash if you have a car. Find ways to make money without killing yourself, my friend. I know you can do it. There we go, QQQ kind of holding. Wild Bitcoin is kind of holding too. It's interesting to see MSTR dropping. It's losing its steam even though the markets are recovering. Here we go. We're back up to almost $70. See that crossover? And we will take a little bit more off the top. Just shy of $70. And I think we'll stay live for the hour mark. It's a pretty good idea. We're at the 43-minute mark, so we'll stay live just a little bit longer. All right. Bitcoin selling off. Love to see Bitcoin continue to sell off. Doesn't mean it has to. Love to see lower lows on QQQ. So definitely going to be holding this a little bit longer here. I wouldn't mind maybe taking another 10 shares off the top. But it is above that moving average, so it makes no sense to actually sell right now at this moment. Let this thing begin to push up. I'm at Florida South. Oh, okay, you're in South Florida? That's really cool. That's really cool. I've always wanted to live in Florida. I even have wall art of some sky rises because I know one day I'm going to live in a sky rise. Even if it's just for a 1-year lease, just to try it and see how it is, I really want to do it. I mean, even a 6-month lease, or even just a visit, right? I've been to Orlando, Florida. I went to Universal Studios. I took the family and the kids a couple years ago. So yeah, I love Florida, man. It's expensive though. I tell you that, it's expensive to live. Guarantee you, you move a state over, everything gets cut in half, right? All your bills will get cut in half if you move one state over. Shoot, I live in one of the poorest states in the country. I live in New Mexico, right below Colorado. Right below Colorado. So yeah, it's one of the poorest states in the country. Very cheap to live. I mean, um, you can still find trailers out here to rent, like a 2-bedroom trailer, for literally like $500 a month. It's insane. Shoot, they even have houses, 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom houses, over here for, $700-800 a month. And you might even be able to get cheaper than that. It's crazy. I'm 2.5 hours from Disney East Coast. Okay. All right. Cool, man. Shoot. Hey, I know someone. Maybe I'll go down there and visit. We'll both we'll both go in a Skyrise and hang out together. Spend a weekend out there. You can show me around. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I want to go. I want to go visit my mom in Ohio. I haven't seen her in probably close to 15 years. I haven't seen my mom. So I want to go visit her in Ohio. And I want to take the kids to Universal Studios. I was thinking California, but I mean, heck, we might as well just go to Florida if we're already over there on that side. Want to go to Corpus Christi this year? Maybe not during the summer, though. But Corpus Christi's right there by the Gulf of Mexico, which Trump now named the Gulf of America. But it's down there. So yeah, I want to do a lot with the family this year. No better time to do it than now. All right, let's take a look. Bitcoin pumped up for just a second, getting rejected. Still below this 45 EMA. It's really struggling to push up. QQQ again too, struggling to get higher than this moving average here. There is a crossover on the 45 EMA showing signs of weakness that this potentially can sell off more, but it doesn't have to, okay? Remember, this can hold support at 603 and just consolidate here pretty much all day if it wants to. Bitcoin still selling off, which gives us reason that MSTR can begin to sell off more. I'd love to see it, but it looks like the selling pressure is kind of dying down right now, kind of dying around this level here. See, we might see a pop up. So I think what I'm going to do, we're up 5% on the day. I mean, that's still pretty good, guys. That's still pretty good. We're up 2.66%, almost $70. I'm just going to reduce a little bit more. I know the second I sell it, it's probably going to push up. It's another 2%. At one point, we were up, I think, 7 or 8% on the day. Should have just locked it in then. 36 cents, 80 shares, about $24. Yeah, that'd put us at a pretty good level. Back to 90. Bitcoin is showing signs of some strength here. QQQ kind of just consolidating though. This support level starting to become a little more valid as it consolidates right here. Flavia, of course, anytime. Heck yeah, man. We'll have to do some live trading together. I'll take my laptop down there and we could do some one-on-one sessions. Go eat some good Florida food. You know, how is DoorDashing out there and like Uber Eats and stuff like that? I bet you can make some decent money out there doing that, Flavio, and you won't even have to work as hard. At least get yourself out of the kitchen. Maybe go part-time at the restaurant and kitchen, reduce your hours, and then do the other, however many hours you need with DoorDashing. I mean, even in I drive up to Pueblo sometimes, or at least I was, you know, in the past. Every once in a while I will. I haven't been lately, but you could easily make $150 in like a 5 or 6 hour shift, and you're just driving around in your car. I don't know if it's the same over there. I would imagine it'd be even better. That's a thought. There we go. QQQ. There we go. Red candle from QQQ. See if it continues. Bitcoin also slightly curling over. Love to see this drop a little bit more. I must be. I don't think I'm being greedy. I think I'm being pretty fair. I did lock some in on the top there. Bitcoin pushing up a little bit. And it's still early, guys. You know, this trade can still work out and play out perfectly. Just need it to drop below this level just a little bit more. We'll get some more selling pressure. About 9 minutes and we will be at the 1 hour mark for our live stream today. A lot of consolidation though, but look how weak it is. Oh, right when I say that, it pushes up. It's so weak and starts to push. Okay. Bitcoin's still kind of pushing up a little bit. I like that it's below the moving average still though. MSTR just kind of holding there. Love to see more of a drop. I may just reduce our position here, man. Had a chance to reduce it up here. Or maybe we're going to be holding now. Oh, yeah. What's happening? Bitcoin pushing up slightly, which means QQQ. Oh, QQQ is really not. Okay. I'm going to set my alert down here at the moving average around 605.24. I'm going to set my alert below at 603.23. And again, this can shoot all the way back up and then come all the way back down, guys. VIX index is still at a 2062 and rising, 2055. That's insane for the VIX. Bitcoin is crossing over that moving average. We'll see. We'll see if we get a really big pump up to 66.5. But still trading. You guys see this? Still trading within range. 65.5 as support. And around 66. Let's go down here. 66.5 as a resistance. So not really a lot's changed. It got as low as 63. But seems to be holding very well right around this level. Right at the end of both of these sell-offs, as you can see, support was pretty much right at the same point, around 65.5. So this does have some room to pump up higher if it really wants to. It can pump up higher. All right, nice little red candle there. Let's see if we get some more selling pressure on Bitcoin. QQQ also getting rejected still. So we are holding. We are holding. All right. What's everybody else watching today, guys? I'd love to know. Don't forget, smash that like button for me. We're trying to get these videos to double digits. And the more you smash the like button, the more people will see this video and be able to, you know, decide if it resonates well with them and want to join the LTE team. Very soon, we're going to be promoting our Learn to Earn Academy. I already started creating the Discord, the website, the Teachables course, the content. It's all coming out and coming together for you guys. It's going to be a very simple A to Z library. 6 modules, probably be like around 50 videos, but it's going to be really short videos to the point on specific um, questions, right, that you guys might have. That way, when someone asks me a question and it seems repetitive, I could just simply send them over to the course. Um, it'll be a very easy course too, okay? And it'll be free, 100% free to you guys. Our first 1,000 members are our founding members, our founders of the group. You guys are pioneers of it, and you will always have 100% free lifetime access moving forward. No matter how much I charge for the course, no matter how much I charge for the private Discord moving forward, you guys will be able to have it all 100% free for being here. My thanks to you for hanging out with us all the time. Bitcoin finding a little bit of support here. See if it holds. QQQ testing the moving average. Now, once it crosses over this moving average, it can really fly up, guys. This thing could really push up all the way back to 608 or 610. So let's be careful. Oh, there we go. There's the break. Let's see if it holds. Know when to cut losses and take profits, okay? I am still choosing to hold my MSTZ position. It's a light position, right? It's a very light position. You know, I took some off the top here. I'd sold some pre-market yesterday. I had 188 shares on Friday, holding them overnight. Sunday, on the Sunday night Stock Talk live stream, we actually locked in profits on the live stream. We were up $190 at one point. Then we locked in 179. Sold a little bit off the top here. Now we're holding about 80 shares. I'd love to see this rip back up. Give us $100 on the day. Doesn't have to. But Bitcoin getting rejected. I love to see it. It pushed up to this moving average and got rejected, showcasing that it's still very bearish. That's why we're seeing some more selling pressure here on Bitcoin. Love to see it, guys. QQQ also getting rejected off of that moving average. Let's see if it can hold and make a lower low. Here we go. If MSTR could just drop below this moving average, we can get some more selling pressure. But it's being stubborn, right? It doesn't want to drop below that moving average. We all want it to, right? Oh, I want to show you guys, for everyone who's still tuning in, I want to show you guys the logo. The logo. Let me know what you think. You guys are the ones that are always here. Also, guys, I didn't even notice, but back in January, we crossed over 500,000 views on the YouTube channel. 500,000, 500,000 views. Like, that's a pretty big milestone. Now we're working our way to 1 million. 1 million. It's insane. All right, what do you guys think? Learn to Earn Academy. This is going to be our logo. This is going to be our Discord channel. Now, you will have access to the free Discord, but I'm also creating a private Discord after we hit that 1,000 member mark, to where you will have to pay to get into the private Discord. Now, we'll always have the free one, and you guys will have access to both. If you want. If not, you could always take yourself out of the free one and you'll be in the private one. But yeah, what do you guys think of the logo? Pretty cool, right? I created it myself. Let me know what you think. I also made this one, but I just felt like there wasn't a lot of color, and I wanted to add a little bit of green. MSTR still holding above that moving average. And let me know, you guys should watch this video too, okay? This is your homework assignment. Your homework assignment is watching this risk-reward ratio video that I did yesterday. The #1 trading secret you need to know. Remember, you can have 40% win rate and still be profitable. So out of 10 trades, All you need to do is win on 4 of those trades. You could have 6 red trades and still be profitable, guys, if you have a good risk to reward ratio. Also, simple and powerful strategy, resistance and support levels. That's a good video as well to watch. You guys should definitely watch these videos, okay? These are going to give you guys examples of what our course is going to look like, where we get straight to the point. We're talking about specific topics that are going to help you grow as a trader. And what are we doing today? Support and resistance levels. Beautiful, right? I also want to put out a video for trend lines. Trend lines. Trend lines are a big one. Flavio says, nice, I like the color. Z likes I like the green as well. Heck yeah, guys, heck yeah. You guys get access to all that for free. And guess what? It's going to be a $97 program. $97 after it's all said and done. Probably for just a little while too, for like the next 100 members, and then we might up the price even more, depends. But $97 for lifetime access is not a big deal. It's not a bad deal. Some people are charging $500, $600, $1,000 for lifetime memberships, and some people charge $200 or $300 monthly. Imagine having to pay $200 every month to watch somebody live stream. That's why I did this for free for so long, just because I was like, man, that's horrible for beginners. And now doing it, I realize it takes a lot of work too. You know, don't get greedy on it, but it takes a lot of work to show up and live stream and give your thoughts and provide value and give content, and of course have a course to make you guys a more profitable trader, to where maybe you don't even have to watch these live streams one day. You get in, you make your money, you bounce, you go about your day, right? There's going to be a point when you're not learning how to trade anymore. You're actually going to be earning when you trade and making that money, guys. And that's what it's all about. I want to see you guys win. That's why I'm putting out content every day for you guys to watch. I'm not doing it for the views. You know, although we do have a 500,000 in views, MSTR dropping below the moving average. Let's see if we can get some more selling pressure here. But I'm also doing it because I want to see you guys win. I want to see you guys with $100 days. I want to see you guys post your profits in the Discord. Tina, that's another great example. While we're waiting for this to push up, and then we'll end the live stream in just a moment here, guys. But go to the Discord, go down to profits. Whoa, we got some people chatting it up in here. This was $179 that I was showcasing last night in the Sunday Stock Talk. We locked in half of that yesterday. But PDIE, he's been trading MSTZ a lot. He locked in $72 in profit yesterday, or this morning at 5:30 a.m. $72 in profit. Last week, he was barely locking in $10, $20, $30. Now he's really locking in profits. Tina, she sold her MSTZ position, and I got this notification yesterday during the Sunday Stock Talk. She made $52. Guys, they're winning. They're winning, and I want to see you guys win too. Check out the profits. Whoa, PDIE said he got 8 inches of snow. That is insane. 8 inches of snow. That's unbelievable. So yeah, share your profits with us, guys. Share your profits. Ask those questions if you need to. I want to be a catalyst and a part of your success. We're just going to sell another... we're going to sell another 10 right here. Just due to lack of progress, and just... it's above the moving average, but it can very easily go back down. BTC sold off, but it looks like it's finding some support. QQQ, it's not really doing much. I mean, I don't mind holding, you know, maybe 50 shares now that we end the live stream, because I'll probably, you know, get up and go do some other stuff. I don't want to be staring at the screen all day. Sell another. Let's do this. We're going to sell 20. Man, it's starting to push up though, isn't it? Yeah, we're just going to do that. We're going to sell 20. Oops, not buy. Sell. We're going to sell 20 right here. Okay, we're going to get out of this position a little bit. We're up $75 or 5% on this trade, almost 3% on the day. So if it does pull back a little bit, you know, it won't be such a massive pullback. If it pushes higher, that's great. I think we're going to go ahead and do a trailing stop loss. Let's see. Let's go trailing stop. We're going to give it some room to work. It's magic. Let's, oh, not $15. Let's go 15 cents. And let's do the 50 shares. Let's just do that, guys. So let's go ahead and put that in place. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why was that so close? That was weird. Trailing stop. Usually it gives me like a little drop down window. 1% of 1391. It should put me like way down here. Okay, maybe, let's see. Let's go stop. 1%. See, that would be down here. 1%, 1379. Trailing stop. 1%. 50 shares. Let's see what that does. No, I don't know. I guess that's okay. What's up, John? My bad, was doing something at work. No worries. Can you look at TMQ? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Let's see. Is that trailing stop actually working? So weird to see that. It looks like it's working, but let's see. Just want to make sure. I think we're not going to do the trailing stop. We're just going to give this a little bit more time. We're going to set our alerts for the break above or the break below. You know, even if it's just the $14, I'd love to see it break 14 one more time. Or potentially it gets rejected. And it looks like it's going to get rejected here. Bitcoin trying to curl over. Looks like it's curling over pretty nicely. QQQ. It's still early in the day too, so yeah, I think I'll hold a little longer. Forget the trailing stop. Again, we already locked in a pretty decent amount of profits, so I don't mind holding 50 shares. It's only about $700. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Okay, we're going to take a look at Andrew's TMQ, and then we'll probably end the live stream here after this point. TMQ, he likes these penny stocks, but hey, I mean, it makes sense. You could buy, you know, 1,000 shares for $3. That's only $3,000, right? You can buy 100 shares for about $300, you know, and it's still the same thing. It moves $1, you make 100. So let's see. We're seeing a lot of support around 355. And now it is below that moving average, so it could act as a resistance, right? The 45 EMA has been acting as resistance quite a bit. If you go back here, it looks like it got rejected off of that 200-day moving average, but it's been getting rejected a lot by this 45 EMA. Now it's above the EMA and below the moving average. So you guys remember what happened last time with Bitcoin, right? It's creating this wedge. So this wedge, a descending resistance level, but then it also looks like it's kind of creating this ascending support level. So we can begin to see this get squeezed. And once it gets squeezed, we can see a nice little breakout. So, you know, it pushes up, comes back down, pushes up, comes back down. And then eventually it's going to get so tight. It doesn't have to do it here. It could do it any point in this area. But it'll get squeezed so much that it'll be forced to either push higher or sell off. And usually it's a pretty aggressive move, right? Usually it's a pretty aggressive move when it does end up getting squeezed. Nice little squeeze setup, okay? So understand that. If it gets above the moving average, great. We could see this squeeze up. If it gets below this 45 EMA, this can come back down and retest 355. Now let's take a look out a little bit more. Looks like it had a high of 725. Ooh, it's at a low of $1.43. Okay, so this is a very risky stock to trade. Just make sure you have a really tight stop loss. Okay, so if you are buying, make sure you have a really tight stop loss, right? It's already up to almost $4, and it looks like it's already catching some resistance at $4. Do you guys see that? I want you guys to be able to see what I see, right? So touched here, here, and all here, and now here again. So it's already catching some resistance, right? And there's our range. There's our range. It has a support and it has a resistance. So we're going to need to see this either break above resistance, a nice little breakout trade, or it's actually going to get rejected, potentially retesting this 200-day moving average, or selling off below it and coming back down to retest support. 360. Does that mean you're in at 360? Okay, 360 is actually really nice. Good job. You know, maybe you consider taking a little off the top, maybe locking in a few bucks here at resistance. And if you get the breakout, well, you already locked in some profits and you can let it run. Or if it comes back down, you're not going to give back all your profits. So if you got a 360 average, that is beautiful. Beautiful. Great trade. Did you buy it here on Friday by identifying support? If you did, that's a beautiful move. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of profit too. That's 32 cents on 100 shares. That's $32. If you have $1,000, that's $80, right? Because it's 8%. It's like $87. So love to see it. Love to see you winning, Andrew. Okay, Bitcoin still kind of hovering and holding. MSTR, I seen MSTR push back just a minute. I was up 70, 72 right before this little spike. QQQ, oh yeah, that's why QQQ sold off just slightly below. I didn't get my alert. My alert didn't go off. That's weird. Got 10 shares Sunday, put a limit on 360. That's great. That's great. Using limit orders to get the exact price that you want. That's beautiful. I'm glad to see that. Now, do you understand what your stop loss is? Where's your stop loss? And where's your take profit, right? There we go. QQQ beginning to sell off. Let's see. I'd love to see it drop below. Guess I'll be holding my MSTZ position just a little bit longer. And I don't mind. I don't mind at all. 1% trailing. Nice. So you're already in the money, man. Just sit back and enjoy. If it breaks above, then enjoy, right? Beautiful. Love to see you using the features that are available. And guys, if you like WEBULL, if you're tuning in for the first time, you want to use WEBULL, then join by using the link and you'll get up to 75 free shares. I've had a few people join and they've already gotten $200 or $300 in free money. Absolutely free money. You can keep that into the stocks that you own and start your investing journey. You could sell those and use the money to day trade, and you could just sell them and take the money out and put it in your bank account and never look back at WEBULL ever again. Right? It's free money, guys. Don't leave free money on the table. Looks like TMQ breaking out. Nice little breakout of the resistance level. Beautiful. Gonna come back up and test $4. It'll probably be testing $4 very soon, which is this green moving average. And if it spikes up, fantastic. Love to see you winning, my friend. Okay, Bitcoin's selling off slightly. MSTZ back up. We're back up to almost $70. Very kind of choppy day, right? Love to see MSTR drop. Just drop a little bit more for us, man. Little bit more for us. QQQ continuing to make lower lows. Testing 603 again. I'd love to see a big drop below. That's why I am holding to a few shares here in case we do get a big sell-off. Then I'll be able to reap the benefits, right? So yeah, 50 shares, not bad. This is probably where I'll be ending the live stream. We almost got to double digits again today, guys. So we need more people joining. Let's start sharing our profits in the Discord. Let's start talking a little bit more in the main chat, getting people and all these new members excited about being here, excited about showing up to these live streams. Let's show and prove to them how much value and consistency we have in the stock market together as a team. Let's start winning together. Let's start making 2026 your best year ever. I'm gonna join soon. Webull, I want to give it a try. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can deposit like $1. $1 will give you access to a ton of free money. $1, you join, you link your bank account just so that they know you're a real person and you're in the United States. And then I think it's like you get it pretty much immediately, the free shares. And then I think 2 or 3 days later, once it all verifies and settles, you can sell all your shares or you can keep them. We're talking like shares of Apple, Snapchat. There are probably a ton of different ones now, Spotify, things like that. But it's free money, guys. So why not? Why not? So, all right. I will keep you guys updated on my MSTZ position. Again, we've already locked in some decent profits here. Last night on the Sunday Stock Talk, and also at the tippy top here, we sold some shares, and we sold some shares right here. We're up $70 on the day, or 5% on this trade, and currently up almost 3% for our total position size. We're now sitting around just shy of $3,000 in this small account challenge. Remember, we started with $2,000 in January, so it's been about almost 2 months to make $1,000 on a small account. But hey, that's like 500 in January, 500 in February. And then of course, as we move forward, it's only going to get more and more exciting because our account's going to grow more and more to where we're going to have more buying power. We're going to have potential to buy more shares and make more money, which is that compounding effect. It starts to kick off. I know last year, right around that $5,000 mark, that's when we started seeing more consistently profitable days as well, buying incremental shares at the low, selling them at the high, able to kind of scalp and trade a little better as well because we have a little bit more buying power. And then from 5,000 pushing to 10,000 and ultimately pushing to that $25,000 mark, getting us above that PDT rule. And again, you guys are watching this live now, so after this happens, we probably won't ever do a small account challenge again. I won't say never. We might go back and dabble with it a little bit, but this is my second year, technically my third year now, because I've already done 2 full years of small account challenges. The first one was with $500. The second one was with $1,000. Now this third one is with $2,000 starting out and seeing how far I can grow it throughout the year. But this might be the last time. This might be the last opportunity for everyone to witness and see how a small account challenge works, how a small account grows as part of an LTE member. And then from there, we're just going to grow together. Okay? I want you guys to be aware of that so you guys are able to see all of this firsthand this year. I'm excited. A lot of great content coming your way. Let me know if you guys have any video topics you want me to do for you. I'm always looking for new and exciting video topics that some of you guys are interested in. I was a beginner once learning how to trade. Now that I'm a little bit more experienced, I struggle sometimes with thinking, hey, they're still beginners. There's still some simple videos you can make to help them and guide them throughout their journey. So let me know, what are some simple videos or topics that you guys would like me to do and share with you? Looks like we're trying to cross over, so I'll keep you updated in the Discord in our trade ideas as far as me deciding where I'm going to sell or start reducing my position. And it looks like MSTR is trying to drop below. It looks like we're going to get that drop. So appreciate your guys' time. Okay, Andrew. I have one quick question. Okay, go for it, Andrew. What's up, man? Ask away, my friend. And feel free, you could ask here, you could ask in the Discord. Do you ever have to add money, or did you put a set amount and just going off of that? Did you ever have to add money, or did you put a set amount and just going off of that? The first year I did gradually add money as like I was working, because that first year I was still working. Last year I worked about half the year till about the summer. It was like May, so I worked about 5 years in May, and so I was adding money into that account as it was growing. And then this year it's been all just going off of that 1,000, or I'm sorry, off of that 2,000. So I'm not adding any money to this. I'm just kind of living off of my savings. I'm living off of my reserves that I've had from past years. And we're just letting this thing grow on its own. You know, great question though. Great question. Yeah, I'm not adding any money to this account. No need. There's no need. It's growing by itself. And soon, once we get to a certain point, we'll be able to pull money out when needed, right? That's the point. Let's get this to 25K, unlimited day trading, and then we're pulling out $200, $300, $400, $500 a day, right? Because we're going to be making those profits. And there's nothing wrong with paying yourself, guys. Pay yourself. You know, if you make, Andrew, so say you make $20 on a $1,000 account, you know, do yourself a favor. Take $20 out, go get yourself, you know, a burrito, go get yourself a meal, you know, I don't know, get yourself something to drink, you know, enjoy the profits when you make them. You're going to feel so much better about it. Now, if you just like to see your account grow, then you have another $20 that you can use to buy more shares, right? To make your position size bigger. And then go from there. You know, maybe you start making $50 days. Maybe you keep 25 in your trading account to grow it, and maybe take $25 out to live off of it. You know, pay a bill. Wait till you start making those $50, $100 days, and you're gonna be like, man, I could pull out $100 every single day when I'm profitable and not touch my account at all. And that's where I want to see you guys get to, right? $100 days, $200 days, $500 days, $1,000 days, guys. You got to know that this is very possible when you trade stocks. Very possible to make that much money. Great question. Great question. All right, guys. Up $73. Looks like we are finally beginning to push potentially. MSTR is potentially going to sell off. Looks like Bitcoin's still below that 45 EMA. Love to see it. So we're going to follow that down as much as we need to. And the markets, I'm not getting alerts, but the markets are also beginning to sell off, make lower lows. So we'll see how low it can go and how much money we can lock in on MSTZ. So appreciate you guys' time. Like always, smash that like button. Any other questions, reach out to me in the Discord. I'd love to talk to you one-on-one. I'd love to know some of your goals. I'd love to get to know you as a person. Let's connect. Let's grow together. And I will see you guys all in the next live day trading session and some sort of helpful video later on today. Have a great day, team.